Oh, nope, nope. I do not have these on right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, and I probably could have done a better job setting up the camera, if I'm honest. Hope this is working. And the microphone, is the microphone actually on? We actually have that on? I don't know if we have that on. I'm not sure. I think that's on. Is the microphone on? Let's check that. Oh, okay, good. Because otherwise, I got to do a whole lot of stuff in fursuit, and I don't want to do that. And that's awful. Oh, oh my God. Okay, guys, how's it going? How are you guys? I'm doing great. I hope you are too. I'm Spyn, and today we're going to talk about BLFC and a bunch of other things that I want to talk about because, well, I got time to talk about it. So let's do that, hopefully. Hey, James, how are you? I'm trying out a new lighting setup, and one of my light poles is directly in the middle of the chat window, and I'm not sure that I did the right thing there by setting it right here. So, anyway, I just got back from BLFC not too long ago. Had a little bit of downtime and was going to talk to you guys about it, how everything went. I'm doing great, and I got a girlfriend a few days ago. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. That's great, James. It's great to hear. Hope you guys are absolutely happy. I wish the best for both of you. Uh, let's see. I really, I don't like this light that's in the middle of everything. So I'm just gonna try to move it. Just move it. There we go. Oh, okay. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Like it's either gonna fall and it's gonna hit my TV, or it's gonna fall and it's gonna hit my camera, and either one of those are bad. And I don't have an actual like really good count of how many people are watching or anything like that. So I mean, it's okay. I probably could have like shared the stream and done a bunch of other stuff, but I was just wanted to get in front of the camera because I was super excited because got back from BLC, got some cool stuff, and it's pretty awesome. So one thing I got, hold on, let me get this. I don't know if I can properly show this to you. I know that a couple people have got these, but I got the Dimsdale Ducky. It is super cool. It's very big. I'm not sure why I bought this, but I wanted to. So now I have one of these fucking ridiculous things. It's so good. It's like it's twice as long as this. It's like I'm holding this folded, and so it is floor to ceiling for me. Probably a bit more since the ceiling here is really short. But it is an interesting find. Weirdly, I got this the exact same time my brother got his at the exact same vendor, and it was ridiculous. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I really don't. I just got it because it was available, and I went to Denver, and when I was in Denver, they had one, but I got there just as they sold it, and it was the last one, and the guy didn't think, well, there's going to be a big rush on these. He just thought it was going to be kind of memey and jokey, so he kind of brought 5 or 6 of them, and I think after the first day, if you weren't there the first day and bought one, they sold out the next day. They were just gone. So I went back and I asked him, hey man, do you have any more of those? And he said, no, we're completely sold out. I can't believe it's so much of a rush. But man, it was great. Oh, hold on. But yeah, so got that. It apparently takes like 3 regular body pillows to fill that particular ducky up, and I haven't got it yet. So thank you. I haven't got all of the body pillows to fill that up yet, and I need to, because I want to see how ridiculous it is, and because I know it's longer than my bed is. I know it's absolutely longer than my bed. So I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I absolutely love that. I think it's amazing. I can't believe I got one of those. They were a little pricey. I think they're like $175, which is a lot, but it was the only really big purchase I made at the convention, so I don't feel too bad about it. And yeah, I have no idea where I'm going to put this damn thing. Walmart sells pillow stuffing for like $10 a bag. I may be doing it that way because I don't know. Unless I can get like a custom one that's that long, which I don't think I don't think I'm gonna do that. Did you know that when you sneeze, you steal someone's sneeze? I didn't know that. I was not aware that I had been a thief, like a big thief. Oh well. Okay. Well, I guess I'm a thief then. I'm stealing people's sneezes, taking them for my own. But so yes. So I was at BLFC, and I'm sure by now, surely everyone knows all of the things that happened at BLFC. So that's interesting. I'm sure everyone knows all about the pizza party and all about everything else. If you don't know, let me know in the comments. You get committed crimes, you get Skyrim. There are people. What do you have to say in her defense? No, I'm not going to pay the fine. I'm just going to go to jail. I don't have any gold. I have no monies. But if you haven't heard about all the things that happened at BLFC, feel free to comment, and I'll be not so happy to explain, but I'll explain it anyway. Yes. So, in a related note to all of that stuff that happened at BLFC, there is something that I feel like I should talk about because it's tangentially related to all of that, because the day after that particular party happened, furry Twitter exploded. They just could not fucking handle it. So a lot of people were saying that everything that happened there was like exposing other people to a lot of things. Thanks. I'm in Canada, so I'm unable to go to fur cons in the States. So yeah, so everyone thinks that, like, this was this whole thing where people were doing some very lewd things out in public, and it wasn't. It was a private room party. This, I'm a danger to society. If I know him, make gunpowder, musket bullets. Currently trying to figure out how bolt actions work. Oh, okay. So anyway, so we're going to talk about this because it's kind of important to remember this. This was a private room party that this happened in. A private room party, which means that you had to be invited. You had to be on a list. There was a bouncer at the door preventing people that weren't on the list and that were underage from being in that room when all of that stuff was happening. So it's someone else's business. Also, people were just enraged that something like this could possibly have happened in Reno, Nevada, in a casino. Are you kidding? That's probably the least offensive thing that has happened in that casino. Just saying. And they're saying, oh, well, the staff is going to have to clean it up. Well, you've obviously never worked at a hotel or worked in the housekeeping industry. I have. I've done it. And I got to tell you, everyone wears gloves all the time, especially in some kind of casino where people are having sex in rooms all the time. It's gross, so they wear gloves. Just, that's a hazard of the job. Like, they wear gloves when picking up trash. Everyone does. Also, I was told that people were saying that the pizza was left outside for like hours. It wasn't. It was left outside for 30 minutes. Someone said something about, hey, maybe we should bag this up, and they did. They bagged everything up. It was outside for maybe 30 minutes. A lot of people like to claim, I guess, that that they're super offended, they're hyper offended about this stuff, and they just can't believe something like this would happen at a fur con. First of all, you kidding me? It's a fur con. A lot of weird shit happens at a fur con. I don't even know how this tops the scale at all. But I have to tell you, all of this stuff, a lot of the people weren't even there that are saying all this stuff. They weren't there at that party. They weren't there. They have no ability to tell you what actually happened at that party. So why are you talking like you did and trying to say like all this stuff happened and it's just a huge danger and all? It's just people on Twitter being people on Twitter, which is to say, if they see something that they object to, it must be destroyed because how dare something upset me while I am on Twitter? While I am on Bird app, this is a no upset zone. And if you do something that upsets me, you got to go. You just got to go. It was their own business. It was their own party. I say leave them alone about it. Personally, that's just me. I say leave them alone about it. But yeah, I can confirm that the pizza party definitely happened, and it was a private affair. So there is that. Anyway, so this is just kind of a thing, right? This is kind of a thing that happens. This is something that happens a lot, and I think that it's something that we need to discuss further, and I'll probably make like a full video on the fact that we pride ourselves on saying it's just like, oh, we're not going to be judgy, and what happens behind closed doors, that's your business, and and it is indeed your business. If you choose to mersuit or whatever it is that you want to do behind closed doors, that's on you. It's not me. It's not my thing. But if you want to, and you're with consenting adults through the whole process, no one's getting hurt, I have no problem with it. That's on you. You do you. I do not care. But aside from that, one incident, BLFC was a lot of fun. It was a bit of a smaller con than I was expecting, but the casino aspect was really cool. I gambled. I lost probably $150 at the casino, which wasn't great, but I had fun doing it. Drank a lot with people, hung out with a lot of people, met some great people while I was there. Got to hang out with friends I hadn't seen in a long time, but hey, that's just what it is. Yeah, it was a whole thing. I'll probably discuss more of that in like a full video format kind of thing, like maybe a good, the bad, the ugly of BLFC. Maybe I'll do it that way. That might be good, but who knows? Anyway, yeah. So that was my second con this year, and it was a great experience. It was the staff were really, really good. Any problems that we had, um, we had an assault incident, but the individual was quickly arrested and escorted out because apparently this individual took umbrage with one of our people sitting next to them at one of the slot machines, and apparently he didn't like that this individual was gay, and decided to make an issue of it and punched him for whatever reason. But aside from those little events and things like that, the con was great. It was a lot of fun, and I think everyone that went would have a very similar opinion to that. So there is that, and I think that's a good time. I hope that more cons continue to open. I would like to see some way around I'd like to see some way around having to wear a mask underneath your suit, because it's very difficult to wear one and keep it on underneath your suit for most people. I don't have as much of a problem because I have a zip in the back, so my mask kind of comes over my face and like right here, and I zip everything on, and that's okay. But it's a lot harder when you have a mask that slips down and you pull everything down, right? Because when you pull everything down, that tends to move the mask out of the way. And I'll be perfectly honest. I saw nobody that was wearing a mask underneath their fursuit. No one at all. It was like they would keep them in their pocket or whatever because they could not keep them on underneath their heads at all, because they keep getting pulled down, because certain people's heads and things are like really, really tight, so it just pulls it all down. I mean, it's just what it is. That's just how that works, and there's no way of really adjusting it once it's there. So that needs to be worked on. I don't know if there's a good solution for that. I mean, for the most part, people were pretty diligent. Like if they took their heads off, they had a mask in their pocket and they put it on. No big deal. So there is that. That was kind of a bit of a bummer. Some of the people that were doing the security for the masks got a little power trippy. They realized that they had the authority to throw people out, and once you give that, like someone like that kind of authority, they start to abuse it. So like you'd be taking a sip of water or something, and someone'd be like, "You need to put your mask up right away." Dude, I'm still drinking. No, it's, right away. Okay, but I'm still drinking, so and they're just like, "Well, take a sip of water and put your mask up." It's like this. You have to do it like this. Like, okay, whatever, man. And they were just making up rules and conditions, like on the spot, and it was a little bullshitty. But those people will always be that way. You're gonna have people that power trip all the time. You have it. It's absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you tell someone they have the ability to throw somebody else out, and then they walk around with this like, Billy Badass attitude, like, they're some sort of police officer or something. Why does my suit look fluffier? I had someone do a correction on all of the fur. Um, it like they basically took a hair dryer, and you have to be very careful about doing this. But they took a hair dryer and a comb and kind of brushed it out so that everything would be a little fluffier and a little nicer. So it kind of corrects some of the kinks and things in the hair that you can't just comb out or wash out. You have to do a heat correction, and heat corrections are very difficult. And I strongly, strongly advise that you have someone that knows what they're doing when they do this. So that's something to consider. But overall, BLFC was an uh, absolute blast. I got to hang out with some great people. You know, um, definitely like my roommates that I had there were just absolute top. They were super fun to hang out with, great people, and I definitely some really good friends now. And I got to help out at the dealer's den, which was really cool. So I got early access to the dealer's den because I was helping out and helping set up a friend's table and getting everything, you know, built up. So it meant that we got to look around the dealer's den and see all the cool things that they were going to sell. We didn't get to buy anything, but we got to look around, and that was cool. Spin, we got a new member on your Discord server. That's amazing. Awesome. Thanks so much. Trying to think if there's anything else that happened that was really interesting. Yeah. I mean, overall, it was a great con, a great experience. The staff was amazing overall, with the exception of a few people that were kind of dicks. But aside from that, it was great. I had a great time, and I highly recommend BLFC if you get a chance. Uh, the only thing that happened that was really crazy happened on our way out of BLFC. We flew out, and we flew out in the middle of a storm. So our plane sort of drifted to the side as we were coming in to land at Salt Lake. And it was probably one of the scarier things. Were there drugs there? Yeah, there's definitely going to be drugs there. There's, pot is recreationally legal there. So there's, there, the consenting adults were definitely using some of the marijuanas. Uh, I myself did not partake in that. I like edibles though. So if I'd been able to get a hold of that, I'd been okay. Just as far as I know, only legal drugs. I'm sure that someone had illegal or illicit things, but I didn't see it if it was there. Um, yeah, weed is only legal in certain states, and Nevada, it is. You can go to a dispensary there and get whatever you want, whatever potency level that you're looking for. You can just walk in and get it. It's they have everything pre-rolled for you, but I suppose you could roll your own if you wanted to. They've got plenty of gummies if that's your jam. But uh, yeah, edibles don't taste good. The last time I had an edible, I ended up sort of talking to the room fan for a while. So, careful of the dose, because that wasn't good. I think you have to be 21 to do that. It's like alcohol. I think you have to be 21 to get it. So there's that. Hey, you made it to stream. So yeah. edibles definitely legal there. Weed's definitely legal there. Yeah. Let's see. Hold tight for a second. I'm gonna ruin the magic because it's these lights are getting super hot. Ugh. Just gonna ruin the magic for a bit. How my hair's messed up. That's what happens when you have a mask on the entire time. It's awful. BLFC is biggest little fur con. Texas Fur Fiesta, TFF is good as well. I've not gone to that one yet, but I want to. Definitely want to. Aside from that, though, it was a good time. Like all of it was a good time. It really was. I really enjoyed myself. Aside from the instances with over enthusiastic guards in the headless lounge to make sure that everyone was wearing a mask always, 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 no matter what. And just as a side note, for those of you that are just now jumping in, everyone was. We just had some over enthusiastic guards that were looking for a reason to call someone down so that they could feel good about themselves. And they did that a lot. So if you were taking a sip of water or something, you better immediately pull the mask back up. Otherwise, they're going to come around and, that's basically it. It's pretty shitty. People get shitty like that though. They do. And it's something like this concept of giving someone power. It's like the prison experiment, right? So you like I think it's 1960s or something. I forget the name of the experiment exactly. But where it took place. But basically they divided two groups of college kids. One were prison guards, one were prisoners, and by the end of it, the prison guards were like basically committing war crime against the prisoners. They were really treating them quite badly. But that's what happens when you give someone power and they don't know what to do with it, or they've never actually had power in their own life. And you can tell if you ever played D&D with someone and their characters are always Mary Sue's and they're always the most powerful and they have no flaws and they're amazing. So basically what happens is that they have no control, no power in their own life. So they seek like escapist entertainment in order to fulfill a power fantasy and to push forth this this idea of them being the greatest, the best, the most powerful, and everyone has to answer to their authority. And those individuals have a tendency to end up in positions of power and not know how to deal with it gracefully. Not understand that everyone's playing for the same team and everyone's on the same side here. Instead, they look at it as competitive and as like an opposition, like that we're actively trying to thwart them in some way when we're really not. We never have been. Not once have we ever been trying to thwart them. And we're it's not like we're like, oh well, they're not looking, so let's all take our masks off. Like, no, all of us are wearing our masks. None of us put our heads on the fans, which was another requirement, which I wasn't sure. Like I guess I can understand kind of, but there's a lot of rules and regulations that I wasn't sure about. And since I'm not a pathologist, I can't honestly tell you if that was appropriate or not. So I have to kind of leave that up to the fact that I'm just going to assume that the convention did a lot of research on that and decided that this was a good idea. So I took it with that. When I get my PC back, I'm getting the hacks back, but only to explore out Bounds parts. So much fun. Oh, okay. Doing Roblox stuff. All right.
I wasn't really paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry. So yeah, so this is something that we'll see a lot, and it's something that I want to kind of yeah, I mean, it's something I'd like to talk to you guys about because it's something that you guys can definitely avoid. Or when you see someone that's acting that way, you can kind of understand more why they're doing that. No, you guys are having a conversation. That's what the chat's for. You're not interrupting me. You're not speaking over me. You're just talking. That's perfectly fine. You guys are like, this is what this chat is for. This is what this channel is for. It builds bonds and all the rest. So why is BLFC in the spotlight right now? BLC is in the spotlight right now. First of all, because of the dreaded pizza party that happened, that a lot of people were talking about. So if you don't know what that is, and you're underage, then I'm not telling you. But I'm sure that if you searched for it, you'd figure it out. But I'm not in the habit of discussing that kind of stuff with people that are underage. So we don't. You're not speaking over me, you're talking. Yeah, it's a good quote. But BLFC definitely was. Is the pizza party the only thing? I mean, we had some arrests, but it wasn't like our people. It wasn't. It was like other people that started fights and stuff like that. Again, I don't know if you were here, Llama, when I was explaining that a friend of mine's friend was assaulted in the casino because he was playing slots, and apparently the guy didn't like the fact that he was, I guess, openly gay. So he started a fight and punched him because that's what you do, I guess. And But the casino and hotel were really, really quick to respond. The guy was immediately thrown out and arrested, trespassed, all the rest of that kind of stuff. So there's that. Um, it, you know, do you know why the bicycle fell? Is it because it was tired or too tired? um, I know that one, but thanks. Um, so yeah. Um, so in other news, turning away from that, I will be streaming VR games over on Twitch, so you can go check that out over there. I think we're gonna try. Um, um, we're gonna try to. I think we're gonna try to do. I believe Ocarina of Time has a VR out now. Hold on. Hold on one second. Hello? Hey. I'm still streaming. Yeah. I've only done it for like 34 minutes. So. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Love you too. Bye. Okay. Oh, almost dropped my phone. Okay. Right. So, I will be trying to stream some VR stuff. I believe I can make that happen, and we'll be doing that over on Twitch. I'm going to be trying to kind of migrate towards Twitch for like some video game streams. So if you want to watch me make a fool of myself in VR, please come over and watch me on Twitch. The at should be pretty much the same. Um, but we're probably going to do Ocarina of Time if I can get it to work. I'd like to. I really would. I think that'd be super fun. I don't know how the puzzle solving mechanics, like some of them, are going to work. But I guess they say they have a full to completion, um, you know, thing like that. I miss existential spin. You can only beat a dead horse for so long. It's just being existentially nihilistic, or having existential crisis. It's fun. I mean, we can talk about existential nihilism and the fact that nothing really matters, and that the only thing that really matters is what you. The only thing that really matters as a whole is what you make of life. So if you want me to be existential for a little bit, I can. I've got a little bit of time before I'm going to set everything up and maybe do some VR stuff and try to make that stuff work. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I'll post a link to all of my stuff when I go live on Twitch, so you can follow me there. Let's see. You remind me of my friend's Spyn compilation. I see. Right. So if you want me to be existentially nihilistic for a little bit, I can do that for you guys. So in effect, existential nihilism, if you don't know what it is, effectively just means that there's no true meaning to anything. Effectively, no matter who you are, you will die, and then your friends will die, and everyone you know and love will effectively be gone, and well past the point where people have forgotten you and your friends. Those people will die, and then after that, all of the rest of the people on the planet will also die, and then the sun will expand. And if we haven't left for another place, which doesn't matter anyway, then that sun will consume the earth, and it will burn away everything but the atoms of our existence. And then we can talk about the slow heat death of the universe, where it slowly cools, all the stars die, and then there is nothing but blackness and the endless forever of nothing. So yeah, at the end of the day, no matter what you do, it doesn't really matter. But that doesn't mean you can't give life meaning, because you can. Because what matters most to an individual is the here and now. Nut. How is that furry? How is what furry? I'm totally confused. But effectively, the reason that people still, go on day after day, why don't you just lay down and die if nothing matters? Well, because I choose not to, because I'm allowed to choose. My choice is to continue on, knowing full well that nothing matters. Just what it is. Good night. But just what it is. Oh yeah. If you looked it up, that's on you. You looked it up. Where's the flying yipping monster? Where's the furry god? Well, as far as I understand it, I don't really believe that you can prove the existence of a god at all. So Rat King, I don't think that it matters that much. Like it doesn't matter. Like uh, having a god, whether you believe in it or not, is kind of a personal choice. If it helps you through your day, that's awesome. Um, but you can't expect other people to believe in it just because you believe in it, kind of thing. Um, it's that. It's that it ultimately gets people with nihilism. Is most people that are very religious don't really like nihilism, because nihilism sort of precludes the existence um, of a deity, or at least a deity that cares. So um, there is effectively no meaning to life other than the meaning you give it. Um, it's kind of like 42, the answer to the question of the meaning of life. 42, famously attributed to Douglas Adams, writer of the Hitchhiker's Guide series, was also like a computer science nerd. And 42 happens to be the exact call for asterisk, which means which asterisk basically means whatever you want it to be. So the answer to the question of the meaning of life is it's whatever you want it to be, which I think is much more profound. Um, and I think that is a lot greater than having a meaning thrust upon you by a church organization, person, being, whatever. The meaning of life is individual. It's to you. You as an individual decide what the meaning of life is. You as a person get to create this architecture of your life and give it meaning. You get to design it, create it, paint it, decorate it. It's yours. It's an individual thing. And I think that's much better. Now, that doesn't mean that it means anything to me. The only reason it has meaning is because you exist and you have decided it has meaning. The moment you cease to exist is the moment that no longer matters. But is that a bad thing? Well, no, it's not, because you are the only one you should be living for, not other people. So, you know, if you're living for yourself and you give your life meaning through one mechanism or another, or one hobby or another, something that you yourself really enjoy, then um, I think that is better than having someone write the meaning of your life for you. That's just me. You are effectively, yes, you are the main character of your story, no one else's, yours. Um, Now the question is, does anyone really want to read your story? Well, that's up to you. You could do something great, or you could do something mundane. But so long as you feel satisfied with the meaning you've given your life, that's all that matters, right? Right? You can make it a motivational tweet. I just I make silly videos and I say weird things into the camera. Um, you can be an anti-hero if you want to be. It's your choice. Your choice is paramount. Like, all of your decisions are yours. And it doesn't matter. Not to me. I'm busy with my own life. This gives my life meaning. Talking to you guys gives my life meaning. Whether people listen to me or not. This is what I've chosen to do with my life. Uh, so it doesn't it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, what you do, as long as you do it to the fullest extent, right? Um, so I I certainly hope that all of you find some meaning in your life that matters to you. not one that matters to your parents or to your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, your significant other, your partner. Something that matters to you. Something that will create meaning in your life, that will enrich your own life, and maybe, maybe enrich the lives of others. Maybe that's your calling, enriching the lives of other people. So, I'd say I'd say that's something that you should consider doing, is finding something that enriches the lives of other people around you, not just yourself, even if they don't care. Not at first. A lot of artists die penniless and alone. Their works inspire, motivate, and captivate us for generations after they're long since gone. What's Van Gogh's favorite food? I don't know, but I do know the Starry Night. I know that. So, I mean, can you tell me what Monet liked to do on a Saturday? Probably not. No can have socialism if no people. You can have socialism. It just doesn't work very well because, again, socialism kind of kills societies. It doesn't help society because people are not altruistic. Everything that we do for our own selfish purposes. We try to do things to help people, but ultimately our goal is to either make ourselves feel good, or to create something like that. But no, socialism doesn't really work because people are not fundamentally for the good of other people. They're for the good of themselves, which is why you have the concept of all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others, and so that's just what that is. But yeah, I didn't mean for this talk to be really deep. I was just going to be kind of silly and stupid and show you a thing, of Doug Dimmadome, and talk about the ridiculousness of the pizza party, and maybe get a little deep about respecting people's right to do whatever they want to do behind closed doors, and so long as everyone is in agreement and of a legal age and no one's getting hurt. I was going to talk about that, but I wasn't going to talk about this. I was going to give a motivational speech about how you should be better as a person, how you should be better for yourself, if not for other people around you, how you should be more involved in your own life than involved in someone else's life. Because that's where we get it wrong, I think. And it's just my personal opinion, so take it with a grain of salt, so whatever. But you should be more involved in your life than in mine. I don't care if you think I'm the best streamer or the worst streamer that's ever lived. You should be more involved in your own life than in mine. So yeah, you should. You should 100% be that. Find the stuff that makes you happy. Stop trying to please everyone around you. You won't. No matter what you do. You chose to be a doctor. Why didn't you choose to be a lawyer? You bought a house. Why didn't you rent? You got married to that person. Why? No one's happy with your choices. No one. Not one person is happy with what you do. So stop living for them. Because they sure as fuck aren't living for you. And they don't care about you. Yeah. Did I miss the first portion of the stream? Yeah, it got a little too hot, so I had to take the head off. It was just These lights are really, really hot. Sorry about that. I'll be doing more stuff later. Promise, swearsies. Um, but this is the impromptu motivational speech portion for all of you that need it. And if you don't need it, that's okay. If you got your shit, you got your shit, and you're good to go. But just remember that, guys. Remember that people are out for themselves, and that it's okay to try to be it's okay to try to be a better version of yourself, but be a better version of yourself for you, not for me, not for anyone else around you. And be the better version of yourself that you want to be, not someone else's version of you. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. You know, I think that's all I'm going to say on that, because I think I'll just go in a circle if I keep talking. And I think you guys got the message. The 6 of you that bothered to show up or whatever, I don't care how many people show up to my streams. But, you know, that's okay. But right now, I'm going to open up to questions. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, worries, whatever, hit me with them now, and I'll do my very best to answer them. Yeah. Yeah. So now's a great time to ask questions. I have to be glad I never went there because of the stuff that happened. Oh, you're talking about the pizza party, and John. Yeah. Uh, who do you miss most from BLFC? It'd be a tie between, it's anyone that was in my room that's not with me right now is the people that I probably miss the most. So, how old are you? I am 36. Let's see. I'll update you on my life at the end. Just remind me, Llama, and I will promise. If I went there, I couldn't meet. I could have met Sunny Dingo or Jiv Kite, uh, Cody. Yeah. No, I saw Sunny while he was there. I'm not a friend of him. That is a gray muzzle status. It is, but that's okay. 'Cause I'm cool with it. Say, are you going to Megaplex next year? I don't know if I'll go to Megaplex because Megaplex is in Florida and it's so hot there. Boomer, I'm not. I'm actually a millennial, of the firstborn of the millennials, to be precise. Because at worst I would be Gen X, but I'm not. We were originally called Gen Y until it was Y2K and then millennial. But those are all whatever. They're just terms that people use to classify groups of people, and they change them all the time, so it doesn't even matter. When I'm 20, you'll be 39. Well, that happens, man. Age happens. Time marches on inexorably, regardless of how much we would like it to stop. I'd love to be in my 20s again. That'd be great. Super fun. Enjoy your 20s. Enjoy the shit out of them, man. Like, all the shit that you want to do it. Like, just don't get yourself hurt. Be reasonable, but do it. Yeah. I'm not old yet. No, I don't think that you are. Although I wouldn't classify myself as old. Because I'm still out doing stuff and I still, have a good mindset about things. I'm hardly yelling at kids to get off my lawn, kind of thing. But I'm getting there, I guess. I'm broken pretty hard, but that's okay. Oh, I've done that. I've raced I got to race an F1 car in Vegas. That was super fun. Um, it was tuned down pretty hard because I don't think I could have handled like a fully like gassed up F1 car, but like it it was still super fun. I think I maybe got 120, 130 miles an hour, and I thought that was super fun. But I also really like cars. Yeah, there's F1 cars in Vegas. You can get a pass to drive Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Porsches, anything that you want to there. And there's a speedway that's in Vegas, and you can buy a package that lets you drive NASCARs or F1 cars. I elected for the F1 car because I thought it would be more fun. What car do I own currently? I have a 2020 Cayman GT4 Porsche, manual, white and black trim. It's my absolute baby. Love it to death. I also have I have a truck. I have a Dodge Rebel for my like daily driver that I just kind of drive around. It's very useful for picking stuff up when I need it. Uh, I've gone 105 passenger. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it's still fun though. Yeah. But yeah, no, I've got some I've got a super swanky car. It's nice. It's it's my baby. I do definitely love it. I want a an R34 GTR, but at current the listing prices are about $200,000 right now. Uh uh hits me with an 85 3 speeds Oldsmobile. Hey man, be proud about what you have. I mean, I didn't start out with that kind of car, and I'm only where I'm at right now because I lucked out, and my family had made good business decisions. Be proud of what you have. Always be proud of what you have. Appreciate what you have. It's good stuff. Um, what are my thoughts on the situation that happened at BLFC? Which situation are you talking about? Tell me the situation, and I'll tell you my thoughts. You should. You should always love your car. It's your car. Be proud of that. It's awesome. If you choose to get another one, be proud of that car too. Be sure it's what you want. Do you ever want to know how to drift cars? I actually have been looking into getting a project car for a drift car. Um, some sort of drift missile that I can play around with. And going to some classes to learn to drift cars because I think that shit is super fun. Definitely want to do that. Um, if you want to acquire an R34 for a bit less, get an an R34 GTT. Yeah, it. I want the GTR though. That's the one, and like it's something about it. I think it's childhood. I think it's nostalgia glasses, like super hard. Yeah. So, Choji, which situation are you talking about? Are you talking about the pizza party? Is that what you're talking about? Tell me in the chat, and I'll tell you my opinion on it. Mhm. But yeah, I like that. Yeah. but I had the chance to get a GTR. All right, I'm gonna head out. Got some errands to run. Was awesome chatting with you. Your streams. Take care. Stay cool. Yeah, definitely. I'll see you. Yeah, that one. Okay. Okay, Choji. So the pizza party. They did absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. There's nothing they did that was wrong. Con staff said there was nothing they did that was wrong. The hotel had the only reason that John got trespassed was because he put something in a tweet, and that was only because the hotel was getting pressure from furry Twitter that lost its goddamn mind at the idea that that group of people did something with a bunch of consenting people. Because everyone that was in that room, I promise you this, was consenting. It was bouncer at the door, and you had to be on the list. So you had to be consenting. Therefore, I believe personally that while I might not enjoy that type of pizza party myself, um, they didn't do anything wrong. They did nothing wrong. Maybe the leaving the pizza out in the corridor for 30 minutes before bagging it up, that could be, you know, but there were a lot of people that were drinking at that party. So I'm given to understand. And that could be marked down as just a lapse of judgment because they did bag it up afterwards. And so nobody was exposed to anything. No one was walking around with that pizza trying to hand stuff out to people. I honestly don't know. Like, I heard just tons of things from furry Twitter from people that definitely weren't there and definitely weren't even at the convention. They just said shit all the time. And it's crazy. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If everyone that was there was consenting and no one was a minor, it's no problem. I didn't do anything wrong. But that's my opinion, Choji, if that's what you're looking for. Um, uh, it's not my type of pizza party, but you do you. You do you. Well, if that's all the questions we're going to have for today, I'm probably going to set stuff up and maybe start trying to get some streaming done. I may go to a practice here soon and get some stuff done, but that's pretty much going to be it. Um, but thank you guys so much for coming. I know impromptu streams are just what they are, but I'm trying to get. I got some more time now, and I think I can make everything work out. But I'm really trying to do some more streams, and I'm gonna be streaming live on Twitch, so you can come join me there. Um, I will post that out on my Twitter when I do go live on Twitch. So if you're interested in watching that, please subscribe to my Twitter. Make sure the notifications are turned on, all that good stuff, and then it will alert you guys to when I am. And I will definitely send a message over YouTube to let everyone know that's what I'm doing. Why Twitch? Because I'm gaming and doing gaming stuff. That's why I would do Twitch. So that's for my gaming stuff. So if you're not interested in the gaming aspect and you just want to watch me be nihilistic and talk about stuff and rant about sociological problems and issues, then here is where you should find me. Otherwise, I am occasionally on Discord. I will try to be more active on my Discord since it's open to everybody and hold live discussions if that's something you guys would like. And try to do a live discussion thing every week if I can manage the time right. But that's probably going to be it, guys. I really appreciate everyone turning out. I know everyone's got other stuff to do and all that. But thank you guys so much. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. That way you are notified for all new content and stuff that I do when I do it. Sound good? Sounds great. All right, guys. you have an absolutely awesome day. And remember that you can always be a better version of yourselves. Goodbye, guys.